Hey everybody, it's Brandon again. Haven't posted a video in a while, but I got up this morning and I was looking through my YouTube feed and I saw a lot of the videos about how great the new M3 Macs that were announced yesterday were going to be. And so, I decided to take a look at it. And the first thing that caught my eye is, how they had a scary fast event, but what was scary was the pricing on these things. And I just want to show you what I mean, because I think the worst offender here, I'm on the Apple website, is if we take a look at this 14-inch MacBook Pro with the M3, and so for $1,600, this thing only comes with 8 gigs of memory. I mean, this is a MacBook Pro. It has the word Pro on it. $1,600, 8 gigs of memory. I mean, this is like the kind of memory that's in Chromebooks now. And here we are on a Pro computer. Like, I was blown away. And this is for their absolute bottom-of-the-line M3. Which, don't get me wrong, the M3 is probably going to be a fast CPU. But, I mean, come on. What is this? And then for another $200, you can get a terabyte of storage. Still only 8 gigs of RAM, so we're looking at $1,800 machine here with only 8 gigs of RAM. And then you can go up to their M3 Pro for $2,000. There they bump you up, they give you an extra 10 gigs of RAM, but then they dump you back down to only 512 gigs of SSD. So what if we want a terabyte SSD? Okay, so here we're looking at $2,400. I mean, there's Windows laptops where they're just throwing in a terabyte plus. So I don't know. These prices are ridiculous. And now we look over here at the. They also announced some new iMacs. Oh, how do I even find that? I guess you got to go back to their main page. Okay, iMac. These things again, $1,300, 256 gig storage. I don't even know if you can find a Windows laptop with that little storage now. Oh, you probably can. That was a bold claim on my part. I apologize. But again, with the 8 gigs of RAM, here for $1,500, you move up to, I guess you get 10 more cores on your GPU, but you're still at 256 gigs storage. And this is this isn't even a laptop. This is a desktop computer, 256 gigs of storage. Then for $1,700, you can get 512 gigs of storage, but you're still only at 8 gigs of RAM. Let's see. How do we get more RAM in this thing? For 8 more gigs, you could pay an additional $200. So here we're sitting at 512 gig SSD, 16 gigs of RAM for a desktop PC. By the way, here we're $1,900. So I mean, this stuff's crazy. What if we want a terabyte? That puts us at $2,100. What if we just max this thing out? $2,700, so we can get 24 gigs of RAM. It's a weird number, not even 32, and 2 terabytes of storage. So I mean, here's the thing. I'm sure these computers are good. I'm recording this on an M1 MacBook Air, and that thing was actually a pretty good value when it came out. But I feel like Apple realized they made the M1s too good, because the M2 was a huge pricing disappointment, and the M3 seems to be following suit. So I'm just putting this out there because all the videos I saw in my feed this morning were about how much of a great value these were, especially the base model Pro, the 14-inch Pro with the 8 gigs of RAM. And none of the comments were in agreement, and I'm not in agreement either. This pricing seems insane to me across the board. But what do I know? I guess they added ray tracing to the M3 Apple chip, which is cool, but let's be real. Is it going to be anything like an RTX video card? No, probably not. And there's really no games available for Mac anyway. I mean, there's some, but everybody who plays games know the situation. And so anyway, these are what they are. I'm not anti-Apple, although my rant might seem like the opposite is true, but man, their pricing is just insane. Another thing, since we're talking about pricing, let's see if I can even find it on their page. They released a pencil a week or so ago. $79 for their Apple Pencil with USB-C now instead of the Lightning port. But then they took away the pressure sensitivity from the pen. So it has no pressure sensitivity at all. 80 bucks. I don't know. You guys tell me. Is their pricing getting even more ridiculous, or is this just more of the same? Apple, they always take advantage of the customers, but at least they do right by their shareholders, which I am a shareholder, so I appreciate that part of it. But the pricing's a joke. And so if you already have an M1 and you like Apple, my recommendation would be not to upgrade, because this M1 still works pretty good. Or look at Windows laptops, or if you don't need gaming, look at something like a Chromebook, because you can get pretty good value on one of those. Or just get an old computer and use some Chrome OS Flex like we talk about sometimes on this channel, or Linux. Good options. And if you want to do gaming, just buy an Xbox or a Switch. Anyway, you guys can let me know what you think. I just thought I'd throw this out there based on the other videos I saw. But I hope you guys have a good day. Maybe I'll get into making some videos again. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Other than that, I hope you all have a happy Halloween and take care. Bye now.